All right. Therapy. I think she said 8:30. I hope she said 8:30, not 9 or 8. Oh, 8 p.m. Oh my god. I was a piece of shit. I thought it was 8:30, so good thing I did get online when I did. Oh my god, she's late. Claudia, you piece of shit. I'm glad that she opened up a pharmacy. I talked to her about that. I was like, we need a pharmacy. Like, realistically, there should be a place where like these private practices and even some people like should go to get medicine. Like, I mean, you can just go to the doctor's office and grab it from a till, sure, but like, you know. I said that. I was like, like a pharmacy would be lit. It'd be cool. It'd be cool RP. Now, I am a little bit concerned that like they said like you should go to the CMO with like her treatments and stuff, but this is what the doctor recommended. The person the doctor recommended, at least. She's going. Get her there. Oh, fuck. Of course, I'm gonna start coughing now. Of course. Where's this at? Straight? It's like seemingly on the corner of town. Oh, right here? Is it at her house? Makes sense, honestly. What a, Can't even patrol the unhitched horse. Uh. Hello? 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 didn't want to.
Howdy.
Hey, well,
Oh.
be careful. Be careful.
Oh, yes,
Yeah.
I know. Oh, yes, you can
Yeah.
see those? I tried to make them very discreet.
You don't see the rope across the floor there.
Now, of course I do, but I haven't had it set for months, and I just completely think it's part of the whole floor, and I just step right over it like it ain't even there. But only I do because, I do it every day. So don't be telling nobody I got booby traps in here, okay?
I'm gonna be very careful and just up and over.
Yes.
Okay.
There were robbers, okay? There were painting robbers, and as you can see, I'm a bit of a collector, so didn't want anybody robbing my paintings.
Son of a bitches.
Yeah.
Have I met you before, miss?
I'm sorry.
Have we met before?
I'm potentially I work with ASO.
Did you interrogate me once in Annisburg?
Probably it's kind of like my thing.
Mm.
Yeah, I ask people a lot of questions for no reasons just to see if they tell me things.
Yeah. I think you had 2 eyes back then.
I did recently lose one of my eyeballs, yes.
Oh my, I
Sorry
can
to hear
get
that.
you a replacement.
Can you? I've tried to get a hold of the Mr. DeSasio, Dr. DeSasio, whatever the heck his name is.
Mm-hmm.
And he hasn't telegrammed me back, and I've wanted to take this stupid fucking, no offense, stupid fucking eye patch off.
Wow. That hurt. That cut deep.
You've come to the right place. What's your name, miss?
Claudia Taylor. Pleasure to meet you.
Taylor. Well, I know that name.
Lieutenant Claudia Taylor with the ASO.
Did you send me Are you here for therapy?
I am here for therapy.
Oh my gosh, forgive me. I mean, I was expecting, but it took a second with the name.
Hi, I need a psych evaluation in order to return back to my duties.
A psych evaluation. Well, is your department willing to pay the fee?
I never even thought about asking that. Yes. I'm gonna say yes on their behalf. They kind of owe me one.
Okay, well, it is $1,000 for a psych evaluation, and returning therapy sessions are $400 an hour. Are you prepared?
Yeah, we can handle that.
Okay, wonderful. Well, I trust, Jason, you'll get me that order of cupcakes post-haste.
Of course, of course. Probably
Okay.
tomorrow or the day after, more than likely.
Okay. Thank you so much for the delivery of the tea.
Of course, no worries. You stay safe. Good luck with your psyche bell.
Okay.
Thanks.
Toodaloo.
Adios.
Now he knows you needed a psych eval. I just want it to be publicly, clearly known that I am not the one who released that information to a citizen.
Yeah, that's okay. I whatever, they can say what they want.
Okay, all right. Well, come on this way. This is actually my house.
Oh.
Careful, easy, easy.
Easy.
Oh, God, thank God. I hate setting those. Takes me fucking forever.
You gotta do what you gotta do.
Okay, let me just lock my door. Like that. Make sure that it... Yes! Getting so good at that. So much faster with the keys now. Right this way, miss.
How'd you lock it before?
Oh, I had to dig through my pocket for the key fucking forever, but I have found a... Oh, just, don't mind that there. I need to get a
okay.
walkway back. Quicker for me to get to it.
Your backyard? This is the... Is there
Welcome
another
to
entrance?
the Bertha Wells Hospital.
Oh. Look at that.
Come on in.
Oh.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
You are a collector.
I am. Yes, my husband likes to get one painted of me every Christmas.
I love her. Every
Come
Christmas?
on back here and have yourself a seat.
You said every Christmas? Like...
Yes, of course. He likes, what's the word? Routine, guess.
Okay. Yeah, I can understand that. It's kind of been That's kind of been the only way that I get through my days lately. Routine.
Okay. Mm-hmm. Well,
Um,
yeah, that makes sense.
I
So
don't.
tell me a little bit about yourself.
Well, uh, lieutenant with the SO. So I've been doing this for a while. Uh, went through some things, dealt with some stuff. I don't know how much the doctor told you. Um,
Just that you needed an appointment is all.
uh, you know, I guess do I start? Where do I start? Do I start when I was a kid? How? What? I don't. What? I've
Oh,
never done this before.
I don't think we need to go back that far. I just kind of wanted you to, tell me a thing or two so we can get acquainted so you're more comfortable talking to me about the important things.
Um. Yeah, I'm kind of an open book. I have lived a lot of shit in my life that I probably shouldn't have, but I was dealt the cards that I was dealt for God knows what reason. Um, I was uh picked up a few weeks back by um a man called mm, Scamp. A man by the name of
Picked up?
Scamp.
What do you mean picked up?
Um, well, he jumped on the back of my horse, put a gun to my back. It said, "Keep going." Um, and
Hmm.
since then, I had been kept captive for some near like 4 or 5 days or something. And a lot happened. They drugged me. They beat me. They made me eat my buddy. My
What?
buddy.
Oh my god.
Um,
They made you eat your buddy?
my bunny rabbit, Sir Samuel.
Oh. Why'd you take your bunny with you?
They grabbed it off my boat.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah,
That's so cool. The whole thing or just a piece of it?
they shot it, and then I was fed it. They said this is the only thing I could eat.
Oh my gosh, I'm so sorry. And you've been out of work since that experience, is that right?
Yeah. Uh, since then, I've managed to go through rehab, I guess, if you want to call it. They tried to figure out what they gave me. Still don't know what they gave me. But I was weaned off of morphine. Well, I guess with morphine, I guess is the best way to describe it. And I spent 10 days in the desert.
What? Why were you in the desert for 10 days?
Because I'll tell you one thing, trying to fight yourself off of drugs in Ansburg is not the way to do it.
Oh, yeah, I guess so.
Yeah. During my days in the shack, I don't even know which shack it was. I don't even know where I was. I still don't know where I was at. There's a clock. Just kept ticking and ticking. It was silent most of the time, but there was a clock that just kept ticking. And in Ansburg, there's a clunk from the fucking mill. And I was just laying there.
Where was this clock? In the desert?
No, the clock was in the shack that they kept me at. I was taken from Van Horn. They dragged me down God knows where. We went past the river. It's a long journey. And inside there was a clock and a lot of rubble and a bed, and it's a very rundown shack, dark. I think I was found by chance. Well, I was found by chance. They had moved me to where they called Mexico, and then amidst the copious amounts of honey that they gave, they kept saying, sweet, sweet honey. Want some more honey? Uh,
What? Did they feed you the honey?
they injected it into me.
What? Well,
And
that's
it,
probably what did you so wrong.
well, I have eaten honey in my life, and I won't lie to you, Doc, I have succumbed to the beauty that is drug addiction. Um, but I've also powered through it and got over, uh, her lovely, lovely grip. Um,
Oh,
it's
well, I
a,
mean, you're not supposed to inject honey into your veins, though. That's more
it,
like
I don't think it was actually honey. We don't know what they were
Oh!
giving me. They just kept calling it that. They just, sweet honey. You want some more honey, Claudia?
Oh, I mean, that's just, too much honey probably isn't so good. But I
Yeah,
see now that you mean drugs.
it was something. I think I counted some near 70 injections into my body. Um,
Oh my, why
it
didn't
was
they
a
just.
lot.
They sound like terrible, terrible people.
Uh, I've had a problem with uh, this man called Mo and his band of.
Mo, Mo Honeycutt?
Oh, yeah, that's the man.
He's the one who kidnapped you?
So when I moved to the state of Grant, thought that I was doing just a kind gesture by buying a cinnamon roll off of a young man in Valentine.
Mm-hmm.
That ended up knocking me out. I thought maybe I was allergic to cinnamon. Later found out that it was a poison pastry.
Oh my goodness.
And they told me to let law know that the Honeycutts did it. They held me for collateral, got their paycheck, and left. When the law showed up, I told them the Honeycutts did it, and then they were pissed. Um,
Wait, didn't they tell you to tell him?
they told me to tell them, so
What the hell?
that's the thing that does. I want to get better so I can go back on duty. I can't say I want to get better. I am better. I'm fine, fine. I got healthy coping mechanisms. I've been writing. I've been washing my dishes. You know, I've got it. I'm in. I'm here. I'm ready to go back on duty. But I
Mm-hmm.
want to know what they gave me and why they told me to tell the law it was them in the first place. I'll never understand that, and I want answers before this man's put down.
Wait, he's getting put down?
I have no idea, but if it was up to me, he would either be put down or hung up. They were
Mm.
detained. I was found on a small island on the other side of Van Horn, just by pure luck. I was, everything was kind of blurry as high on whatever the fuck they were injecting into me, and I remember looking over the coast and seeing the lighthouse, and they kept saying, "You're in Mexico, Claudia. You're in Mexico," and I
Hmm.
wasn't in
Well,
Mexico.
how can you be sure that it wasn't actually honey?
Mm. You ever got hit by something and not felt it?
Nope. Of course
Right.
not.
Yeah. Um, I used to have a cocaine problem, and
Oh.
numbing effects, and you kind of become feeling invincible, like nothing can hurt you, while the world is spinning 5 times faster than what you're used to. Uh, Whatever they gave me felt like time was moving backwards, and that if they took my arm, I wouldn't have felt it.
Oh. Well, I don't think honey would do that to your bloodstream.
Yeah, I again don't know what it was, but it was I, between you and me, Doc. It was a feeling that I never had before, and I'm not gonna lie, it was a great one.
Hmm.
Don't say that drugs are good. I don't say that people should do them, but I do know a good drug when I have one. Don't have
Okay.
them for fun. I don't want. I have this terrible situation happening up home where it's Claudia's a drug addict. You gotta watch her, and it's not that. I had done drugs at a very young age to cope with a very bad situation in my life. I escaped that situation, came to Grant with a goal, and that was to just be the better self that I know that I could be. And I've done that all the way up until now. Um,
Okay, well, what? Well, that's good. Do you plan to continue, or are you
yeah.
telling me you're stopping right now?
I've been sober now for since the incident because I consider, well, I there's somebody out there that's passing out coffee that is a little bit more caffeinated than it needs to be, if you know what I mean.
But the extra
Um,
beans?
uh, yeah, cocaine beans. I'm assuming. I'm not
Oh,
a
oh.
I'm not a scientist. I drank it. My mouth went completely numb. It was the first time in nearly 6 years that I had any sort of substance in my body that wasn't just a casual drink. Kind of spiraled, and uh, I was at my boat, and a man that I have interest in kind of like scared me straight in the sense of uh, like you can't do this, you know. It's like you, and he's right. I couldn't. Um, it was involuntary. I didn't know that the coffee was drugged. I don't even know if it was still cocaine. I I I I did cocaine for a long time. I know the feeling, but haven't had it in a while. The hallucinations was a little strange to me. I
Mm-hmm.
never had that quite. Um, but I was also drinking and whatever.
Okay.
Uh,
Let me get something straight, if that's
uh,
okay.
mm-hmm,
Okay, so this when you were given a cinnamon donut, does
mm-hmm.
that poisoned you? How long ago was that?
Oh, months.
Okay.
Yeah, a long time ago.
Okay. And then was that the same time that they kidnapped you and tortured you?
One of them. So they did that evening.
One of them.
Yeah, they did it that evening, and that's when I decided to join law because I didn't have anybody out here. And to be completely frank, power in numbers. I joined knowing that it would keep me out of trouble. It would give me something to do, give me purpose, keep me in line. You know, something to focus on that wasn't just getting hung up on myself and the things that had happened to me.
Mm-hmm.
Um,
And
so
then they
yeah,
kidnapped you again.
and
And
threw
how
me
do
in a
you
snake
know it
pit.
was them?
So the second time around, there's 3 times. The second time around, I knew it was them, uh, because a while after I had transferred departments because I didn't want them to find me again. I ran into Mr. Honeycutt, and he was surprised that I was alive. Mr. Honeycutt, as in Mo.
Mm-hmm.
Um, and he was surprised that I was alive, and he said he'd been looking all over for me. He caught wind that, you know, I was able to survive the snake pit. Uh, the guy's a little rat. I hate
Mm-hmm.
that guy. And this time around, the guy was detained. His name was Scamp. He told me, and based off of the fact that they just kept pouring honey all over me, I would.
Wait, but real honey or the honey they were
Well,
injecting into you?
so they poured honey all over me and then threw a Molotov at me. Uh,
Honey the drug or honey the
like
food?
actual honey, yeah. That covered my hair in it, so it kind of like took my hair. Just have
Oh
long,
my.
beautiful hair.
Oh, I know exactly how that feels
It's
actually.
just not fair. The men don't
I had
understand. It's hard.
I know somebody did that to me one time. And all my
Really,
hair got burnt off and I'm still got scars in my arms.
not fair. I don't know why people would do
Anyways,
that.
People are assholes.
Um, but yeah, I don't know. At this point, I'm just tired. Everybody is. I was terminated from my job. Got my
What?
job back.
Oh, from the law?
Oh yeah. From
Why were
my
you
under.
terminated?
Well, so amidst my vacation to Guarma, where I drank a cup of coffee that I did not know was contaminated, um, I guess somebody from the department saw me that night, rather incapacitated, and went directly to the marshals, I guess. So, the marshals were going to fire me on the spot. Then,
What reason did they have?
because I'm assuming, just thought that I couldn't handle my shit. At the time, the sheriff, Michael Snow, I guess, vouched for me, and I got put on a suspension until I was evaluated for my drug use. Which, you know, I'll be honest with you, I thought about this, and it's kind of crazy to me that these departments, it's like, instead of realizing that, hey, this person had discovered that somebody on the streets right now is passing out extra 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 energy coffee,
Mm-hmm.
and instead of being like, okay, let's get down and figure out what, how, who, are you sure, like, no sort of investigation, I was put on immediate suspension, and now it's turned into Claudia's a drug addict, which is sadly backed by the fact that I spent 5 days getting honey pumped into me. And
Wait, before you got. Oh, so sorry. Keep going.
yeah, when they found me, I was burned, second and third degree burns. My foot was broken. My hand is mangled. Oh, my eye was taken out. Hooray, they took my eye. Um, and I just remember hearing, she's a drug addict. Don't give her anything.
Hmm.
Oh, because
When
before that I was seen after a night out where I accidentally drank a cup of coffee that was laced with what I presume to be cocaine.
is that what caused the addiction?
Um, so I had an addiction from a young age. I was placed into an arranged marriage as a fucking 17-year-old girl. And to cope with the horrors of that, the man that I was with wasn't a good man, and I had access to things I shouldn't have had access to. And that was my coping mechanism, sadly enough.
Okay.
So when I had that cup of coffee, I, like I said, I kind of immediately knew what it was, just based
Did you
off of
have
the
a break?
sensation. Oh, I was sober, yeah, for uh 6 years, 5, 6 years. I got off the cocaine, out of the arranged marriage, and I had been fine up until about last month. I want to say it's been about 3, 4 weeks now. But I want to add that after I had that coffee, um, it wasn't like I was uh, spiraling, you know. Um, that night I was extremely drunk. Um, we went to Guarma. Everything's legal in Guarma, right? I think. I smoked a stinky cigarette. I had a cup of coffee that I didn't expect to re-itch the itch of addiction.
Mm-hmm.
Um, I found somebody that had some cocaine. I rubbed just enough on my gums, and it didn't go well. I ended up kind of just I don't I don't even know how I don't want to say that I was in the midst of an overdose, but I just was
Mm-hmm.
not myself, and that's when my uh, friend kind of like found me and was just keep hearing him say, "What the fuck are you doing, Claudia?" Um, and he was right. Like, what the fuck am I doing, Claudia? Um,
How long were
and
you addicted at that point?
it was a 24-hour stunt. It wasn't even I like the next day. I woke up. I was hungover. I felt like shit.
And they
Um,
call you a drug addict from that.
because they know that um they know a little bit about my past. I told somebody thinking that they're a friend, and they took it to everybody else
Mm.
in the department.
Sounds like
Yeah.
you've been through the ringer.
It hasn't been fair. It hasn't been fair, that's for sure. I had to have a meeting after getting wrongfully terminated. Uh, I broke my suspension to support a team member who was up in Ansburg by himself. There was a man there that had a warrant. We knew that the man was not a problematic individual, but given the circumstance, he had a friend. So he had asked me, Claudia, will you, just be a body? And I was like, absolutely. So I presented as a lawman, as I am, and then had been, somebody saw my name on the fucking sign and sheet, didn't even ask what I was on duty for. Um, Went directly to the sheriff. My sheriff, who was evidently also incapacitated, um, he had just gotten out of surgery and somehow thought it was a great idea to sign okay for my termination. Um,
What?
yeah, I it took them 40 minutes. I had laid down um, just in the back of the office just after helping my teammate. The only reason why I signed on to the desk to find the only reason why I grabbed the keys, the only reason why I went into the files is Theo needed confirmation on a warrant. Uh, and he's like, Claudia, am I like not seeing it? Are you like, and I was like, here, let me see. And I went through the stuff, and that was enough to go straight to dad and tell on me without even taking a step back to ask Claudia, what did you do? Like, why were you on duty? Like, any sort of like remorse, even like
Mm-hmm.
everybody knew that I was quote unquote suspended, even though I think it should have been a medical leave, not a suspension, because I didn't really do anything entirely wrong. I had one bad night because of a situation I didn't even see coming.
Right.
It,
This wasn't your fault. You didn't choose to take the coffee.
right.
So
Uh,
you've almost been fired once by the marshals, and then you did end up
if,
getting fired after that?
yeah, yeah.
And how'd you get your job back?
Because I knew I didn't need to be fired. I raised hell. Um, Second longest person in the department. I have seen the ups and the downs of the last two sheriffs. I've dealt with the immense amount of petty drama and stupid bullshit that these people guess I can't just can't figure out how to do.
Mm-hmm.
I've stuck by it because I am a loyal person. I believe in people's abilities, even if they aren't showing it immediately. Uh, and I woke up from my nap. I came up. I 4 days had gone looking for anybody that could help me at least get passed for light duty. I have a doctor's note that said that I could be on light duty anyway. And I came up, I was like, hey guys, how's it going? Like, talking to a couple people that I haven't seen in a while, telling them how I'm ready to get back on duty. And then I got the, we need to talk. And then it was, did you not get my telegram?
You were actually fired.
I was genuinely terminated. My keys were removed. I was told to turn in my stuff. The moment that I had it on me, because I hadn't been carrying around my stuff, he just took the keys off my loop and said, "This is what's happening." And when I asked why, I was told, "I'm just the messenger. You have to talk to the sheriff." And the sheriff said that you were on duty. You weren't supposed to be on duty. We had to fire you.
And then you got rehired. How long after?
This took all of maybe 2-3 hours. So, I got the senator involved because she's our department's a little bit of a situation. Our last sheriff got fired. We got an appointed sheriff, and Senator Lena Fletcher. She kind of, honestly, more or less acts as like our department marshal at this point. She is more hands in than our sheriffs have been as of late. I telegrammed her and I was like, Lena, this is atrocious that I'm even having to write you about this, because again, I made one mistake, but it didn't even have anything to do with my job. It didn't hinder my job, and I've never done anything wrong.
Well, you can't make any mistakes.
I can. I know when I make a mistake. I should have never got the cocaine off of the guy in Van Horn. Like, I know that wasn't the smartest move that I could have made, but I was drunk.
Wait,
What?
you bought cocaine off somebody.
There was no currency that was traded.
Are you talking about the coffee?
No, the coffee was not given and consumed willing. Well, it was given willingly. It was a situation of earlier in the night we had all been drinking. Amelia, the one woman, was going through her pockets, and she handed my friend Arlo a cup of coffee. She said, "Here, I don't know who gave me this," and he's like, "It kind of like looks funny, whatever." We just kind of forgot about it, and then later in the night, again, we were at Guarma, we were drinking, we were having a vacation, a small little soiree, if you will. And I was like, I need a drink. I was given the cup of coffee, and I was like, wait, this isn't coffee, you know?
Oh, so you didn't actually get some.
Well, then later that night, when
Cocaine.
we got back to Van Horn, there was a guy there, you know, who may or may not have insinuated a few times on his ability to receive illegal substances. Again, not my smartest move. And I'm not gonna sit there and be like, "Oh, I was drunk. It's not my fault." But yeah, decisions were made, regardless of my state of mind.
Okay. I see now.
Yeah, and it was. He said I had a little, so I took the little. Technically, nobody saw me take the little, so that is, you know, that's nobody technically saw me take a little.
Right.
But my friend did find me in a weird state, and
After you had obviously taken the
yeah,
cocaine.
the little, yeah.
How many times did you use before you had to start quitting?
I quit when I was, I want to say I was about 26 years. I'm turning 28. It's been a while.
Okay, but I mean
did
this
use,
time you had
this
coffee
time,
and one cocaine, and then
after
that was it.
yeah, I just rubbed a little bit on my gums. I think the mix of the marijuana and the alcohol and the already previously consumed amount of cocaine sent me a little bit overboard. And my friend found me vomiting and in a very bad state, and
Oh.
it just got me with the "what the fuck are you doing?"
It was
And
just a one-time
it
night.
was a one-time affair.
Okay.
That's all it
Okay.
was. The next day I was hungover. I didn't go to work. The next day after, I was being told, Claudia, you have to go get a drug evaluation before you can do your job. And I was like,
How
what?
long
Like
ago was that?
about 4-ish weeks ago,
Oh
give
my
or
God, you've
take.
been without a job for 4 weeks.
It's been a long time. I
Well,
I've been
shit.
suspended for, well, 2 of those weeks. I was for a week I was captive, uh and the following 10 days I was going through the processes of getting off of whatever the fuck they gave me and finding myself back into a normal state of mind.
So you were kidnapped and tortured and forced to eat your bunny rabbit in the
5
4 weeks that you were
days.
laid
Yeah.
off?
Yeah, so I was suspended. I went for for the drug evaluation in Valentine. Um, and when I was coming back, they found me. I was in Van Horn. I stopped in Van Horn, get something off my boat. Um, and I was chatting with some locals, and a group of 6 of them came up all masked, and I was like, guys, like, we saw them, and I was with this group of people. It's like, hey, like, let's, you guys go your way. I'm gonna go my way. Like, let's kind of get out of this spot. They were kind of like circling, acting a little weird. Um, and I didn't want them to get hurt because usually people go after fucking law people first, I feel like. And at this point, most people know who I am over there, at least. Um, I just, I wanted those few people to, get to safety, and I kind of like followed a little bit behind. They jumped on the back of my horse, and that's when they were like, come with me. I
How long
thought
ago was that?
that was about 3 weeks ago, give or take.
Okay.
Yeah.
And that's when they gave you the drugs and
Mm-hmm.
they kept giving you honey.
5 days.
Then they burnt you alive a different time.
Right. Yeah, no, that was the same time. They did it. They took me down there. They threw me on the ground. They smashed my hand so I couldn't. They said, you're not going to be able to do your job, and
Oh
mangled the
my.
fuck out of my
Okay.
hand.
And so now you've been off for 3 more weeks. And what's the requirement with my psyche eval?
Um, I guess to make sure that I am functioning,
Hmm.
it's like I've got my coping mechanisms. If I feel like I need something to,
Take the edge off.
I eat a piece of cake.
What kind of
If
cake?
any cake, except for coconut. Not a fan.
Oh my! Look at
Yeah.
I've got just the thing for you.
You have cake?
This was given to me today, and I think
Ah,
you need it more than I do, darling.
I love cake.
Well, then you're gonna love this.
Oh, all right. Look at
Mm-hmm.
this. That
I
looks
bet it's delicious. I haven't
chocolatey.
tried it yet.
Do you mind if I eat in front of you? I don't want to.
Oh,
Want to
please,
share it?
please.
Okay.
No, I have 9 more.
Okay. Oh.
Okay, so well, how do you feel about going back to work?
Um. Well, to be quite frank with you, I feel like it's going to be a very awkward situation because today, um, we had a meeting. Uh, the cat came out of the bag that my lieutenants were negligent, I guess, in their decision making, and my sheriff was even more negligent in his decision making.
For
Uh,
what? Regarding something completely different?
no, in regards to the termination, they didn't get the full story. They just were like, "What? Claudia is on duty," and went right to the sheriff, and the sheriff went, "Get her out of here," without any reason other than I quote unquote broke a suspension. But it's such a frustrating thing because you, y I wasn't arresting people. I wasn't going to calls. I wasn't doing anything like that. I went into the desk to look at a warrant to be support for another one of our team members in a situation of a failed warrant execution from the night before from our department. Like it was
Oh,
it,
you didn't go up to Annisburg yourself? I thought you said something about you had to support your partner in
right.
a
Yeah,
call
he
or
was.
something.
Yeah, he was. No, he was at Annisburg. I was up there looking for command at the time, and he noticed that the person that was sitting across the way was somebody that had a warrant, was a person of interest, and he was on duty by himself. And he was like, Claudia, like this guy's fine. Like he's usually compliant. He's usually really like nice. Like just if the man next to him does anything, like back me up. Absolutely, I would. Why wouldn't I do that at that point? Um,
What about the warrant? I'm just I'm just a
yeah.
little bit confused is all. Did
No,
you
yeah. So,
support him with
yes.
your
So we
your
took them in.
manpower or
Yes, yes. We took him into the office. He was very compliant. He told us the situation was the night before. He was actually apprehended for his warrant, uh, but was told we'll get back to you in the fact of whether or not it was a legitimate arrest, I guess. It was very vague. That's why at the time Theo was like, Claudia, like I need you to look at this, and that's when I went into the desk and I double checked it. Uh, and
that's all you did really?
that's all I did. I did not apprehend anybody. I almost went to
Hmm.
I heard a local hollering about somebody messing with them. I almost went, and that's when Theo was like, "Wait, Claudia, I'm pretty sure you're still in a suspension." I was like, "You're right," and that was it. I stepped aside. I was like, I got off. I was like, "It's fine. You're right." Like,
How long ago was that?
3 days ago.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
And
this is very recent.
okay, I get it. I'm just trying to line the times up. I
Hmm.
thought maybe this was 4 weeks ago when you were put on leave.
No, I was put on leave. I was kidnapped, drugged for 5 days. I spent 10 days getting off the drugs that they gave me and getting back to my right mind,
Hmm.
only to come back and lose my job because I supported a team member in a warrant execution.
Okay, but you're ready to go back to work and you think you can handle it?
I am more than ready. I just feel like it's gonna be incredibly awkward.
I'm sure
Kind of
that it will be,
sucks.
but y'all will get over it. Okay,
Yeah.
well, I will get this written up, and I might need to maybe see you another day. I'll telegram you perhaps tomorrow when I've got my notes all out more neatly, and I'll let you know if I have any questions. Okay?
Yeah, we can do that.
Okay. Is there anything else that you wanted to tell me? I think I've got everything that I need to get you this recommendation to go back to work.
Um, everything seems fine. Yeah, I eat cake, wash my dishes for 45 seconds at a time.
Okay, that's what I do. I just get
Okay,
some
so I'm
soap on
not
the
crazy.
sponge. No, I put stuff on the sponge and I say, I'm going to do one wipe with this sponge, okay? And I do as many dishes as I can with one scuds of soap on my sponge. And then I'm done and I'll let the rest of the dishes sit there until I'm ready
Yeah.
to come back and do more.
See? Okay. I thought I was kind of losing my mind. I
No, it only makes sense.
okay. Uh yeah, I write the to get things off my mind.
That's
Uh
good. That was
yeah.
going to be one of my recommendations.
Yeah, that's kind of been my way of getting through all this. It just anytime I think of what like every time I hear and think of rat, I just write it down. I scribble it down
Why do you think of rat?
because I'm a rat. Uh, but I was told that that's what my job is.
By
Uh,
whom? Who told you that?
that it's my job to be a rat.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, well, by like a friend of mine, like he said, Claudia, you're a lawman. Like that's literally your job is to be
That's
a
true.
rat. Uh, I was a rat to the honeycuts. That's why they did what they did to me. I was a
Well,
rat.
okay. Well, why do you
Right.
think of the word rat and write it down?
So that's what I am. So you scribble it and scribble it and scribble it and write it and write
Is
it and
that all
write it.
you write?
Yeah.
That's all you write.
Draw a little bit. It
Well,
did.
why don't you write down the good things that happen to you, things that make you happy, things you do during the day? You just write down the word rat?
When it gets too much, yeah. I like
Hmm.
sometimes, like
How
I
does that help?
uh I it uh when I run out of paper, I don't sometimes don't care to go get a new notepad.
Oh, when you write rat so many times that you're out of room to
Uh,
write rat again?
yeah, and then I kind of like forget about it because I'm too lazy to go get another notebook.
Why? Okay. All right. Well, Claudia, this has been an interesting meeting. I think in order for me to conclude your recommendation, I might need to see you again tomorrow.
Okay. Uh, I can do that. Same time work for you. I'll be
Same
on
time.
time this time.
And I'm going to come up with a list of questions that I'll need to ask you tomorrow when we meet.
Okay. Um, don't make them too hard, okay?
Okay. Nope. And I will hopefully be able to conclude the evaluation after tomorrow's session.
Thank you. I appreciate that. I'm ready. I am. I really am. I wasn't
Okay.
expecting this sort of loop in the rope, of me climbing back to my job, of
And
getting.
that you'd have to come get a psych eval in order to do it.
Well, I knew that I was gonna get a psych evaluation. Uh, I had a hunch of that, and
What was their reason? Why do they think that you needed one?
uh, kind of went through a lot.
That's
Uh,
true.
that's
Well, I
the
think that you need therapy. I think I'm sorry if that disappoints you, ma'am, but it's going to be my recommendation that I see you at least once a week.
okay. Oh, therapy. Okay, that means I have to like talk about myself, right?
Definitely, yes. Similar to what we've just done.
I can do it. I
Okay.
need to get back on duty. I'm going for the seat. I am going
You're
to
all in.
I am. I'm gonna
Okay.
do it.
Well,
I'm gonna do it.
we will get to the bottom of it tomorrow then, after I compile my list of questions. And then I will write up that psych evaluation and get it to your department within a couple of days. And then we can resume therapy probably around the same time next week.
Okay.
Okay. But I, of course, need to see you tomorrow. And then
Okay.
I'll come to my final decision after I finish the report.
Okay. Can I have another one of those cupcakes?
Uh, uh, of course you can.
I can go find it. I've actually went around
No.
saying to me there's not a lot of
I've
cake
plenty of
options.
cake. I've
Thank
plenty
you.
of cake.
Thank you.
In fact, if you agree to therapy every week, I'll make sure I have a piece of cake for you every time. That
Deal.
does not contain cocaine.
Please. Or poison.
Yes, I do not have
Very
poison cupcakes.
uh, I'm very yeah, I'm very adamant on not getting poison cupcakes.
That's probably a pretty good idea. Well,
Yeah.
anyways, it was lovely to meet you, Miss Claudia, and
Hmm.
I look forward to seeing you again tomorrow.
Okay, I'll be here. Don't drink the coffee and don't eat pastries from strangers.
Yes, I take food from all kinds of strangers, unfortunately. I just
Oh
found
god.
like 12 little shots of shot bottles in my fucking coat, and I was like, where the
Oh,
hell did I get all this? People just love to give me stuff.
no. All right. Well, hey, save it for later or whatever.
Yes, I put it on my good shelf in the house.
Is there a is this the only entrance through the front or
Thank you so much for doing that. That is so kind. I know I've trampled them. I do apologize, but I would actually like it very much. Hey, I'm
Oh,
talking to you.
show
That
this
is
woman some
so
respect.
incredibly rude.
Oh,
Okay, I
but he's
understand. You
helping.
need to
Yeah,
do your
don't yell
work,
at him.
but I would actually appreciate like a walkway if you could get the masonry man to lay some bricks and get rid of the bush I've trampled. I would really appreciate it.
Yeah,
Okay.
get this lady a look. It's already right there. Just
Yep.
expand it. Just get some brick. You'll be
Mhm.
fine.
Oh, don't be so fucking rude, mister. Okay. No,
Mm.
no, I ain't playing. I'm telling you what to do since you're doing my flowers. Okay, okay, we walking
Hey,
away. Oh,
hey,
oh,
hey,
oh, God.
hey!
Oh, my
Oh,
God. Oh,
sir,
oh,
stop
God.
it!
No,
Get him!
punch him. Punch him. No, oh,
Oh,
God. Oh,
ow, you fucking asshole!
no.
Get out of
Oh,
here!
he's stomping on me.
No.
Stay down.
Oh,
Oh, God, not
sorry.
me.
I'm sorry. I'm
Oh,
sorry. Are you okay?
oh, I'm okay. I'm
Okay.
okay.
I'm not a doctor, but I. Oh God,
You,
I just
sir,
pushed my
are
therapist.
fired.
Yeah, what she said.
Jesus Christ.
You think he's gonna be
Taking
okay?
this.
Here, I'll
I'm
get him out
taking
of
this
here
hat
for you.
too. Oh, is this your hat?
No, no, I don't. Okay.
Easy now.
I'll I'll we'll throw him in an alley. He'll wake up in a bed. I'm sure he'll be fine.
Yeah. All right. Well, you have a love. You know what? Would you mind like writing up a timeline of like your kidnappings and firings for me?
Yeah, yeah, I can
That
do
would
that.
help. That would help clear up some holes.
I'll send him in a telegram.
All right. Thank you for taking care of my
Yep.
fired gardener.
Yeah, we
How
gotta find you a
dare
new one
he.
of those. You hear that, buddy? You're fired.
All right. Take care now, Claudia.
Thank you, doctor. Come on, you. Jesus Christ. Are you eating her cake too? You got a heavy as fuck. Jesus Christ. Where do I put this guy? Someone else's problem. Sorry. Rudolph. He's fired. A bench. No, we just tossed him in someone else's yard. Okay, so now Claudia has to write up a timeline of when she was kidnapped. Which is gonna be kind of funky because you know, like, why would she want to remember that? Why would she want to remember that? She goes, you don't need a psych evaluation. You need therapy. She's just like, yeah. Oh, horseless wagon. Horseless wagon. Yakey. No, run. Run. Put him on the bench. Hey, dude. Peaceful decision. Probably. I typos. Thank you. Evening.
Howdy.
How are you?
Good, you?
Can't complain.
About the same here.
Yeah, you know. Woke up. Still breathe. Still missing my eye. I need. God.
You good?
Yeah. Good as I can ever be.
Okay. Well, be safe.
Thanks, you too, dear.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, she was fired. Yeah. Got her job back though. But yeah, they fired her. She got her job back, which is so funny to me. But now she's like still like on a leave of a sort. Um at this point it's quite literally just a medical leave, but might still be considered a suspension to some people. I think I'm gonna try to have a meeting with some of the marshals. Yeah, okay, fishy or cooking. Stop, I'm so dying. Evening.
How they?
Fantastic. Alright.
Hmm?
Don't do crime.
I'm a doctor.
I don't know who you are. I'm just telling you, don't do crime.
Okay.
I don't know who that is. I love when people do that. I love telling people not to do the crime. Somebody tell us, yeah. Just gonna see if Dennis is around. I love Dennis. So that character was an originally inspired by another
Howdy
character.
there.
Hi, how are you?
I'm good. How are you doing, Claudia?
You know, I have been hopefully better, but I am slowly climbing the rope to get back on top.
That's good.
Thank
Baby
you.
steps.
Yes. Is Mr. Talbot around? Dennis, not Joseph.
There's actually 4 Talbots in our department. 5 Talbots in our department. So, but no, Dennis is not around right now.
Do you have his telegram that I can have to write to him?
It is just Dennis.
How did I not? 1 N or 2?
2.
Okay, thank
You
you.
can go ahead and use the office if you
Should
need.
Be on duty, actually.
I'll send him a telegram, see if he can sit for a chat. A spot of tea, as the English folk like to say.
He has a tea shop now.
What?
Yeah,
Yeah.
1 lump per 2. If you're in Saint Denis. It's behind the Dutch Tobacco Company.
Oh. He just sells tea?
Yep,
Yeah.
just tea and breakfast.
That's amazing.
Once
That's
a
so
week,
funny.
you can get insulted by Denali for an hour.
Oh. The dog? Wait.
Yeah, the dog. He just kind of responds with woof, woof, woof.
But yeah, he was inspired by another character named Joe Talbot. He's a good friend of mine. And whenever they're together, it's crazy. They are pure cunts. Like, their characters are like, you want to hate them, but you just can't because it's so entertaining at the same time. Good role players. Good role players. Uh, I want to say compensation, but that's not the word I need. What's the word I'm looking for here, chat? That's the glory of the Talbots. Well, at least Joe and Dennis. The other Talbots are like, they're like married and stuff. But those 2 characters, yeah. What's the word I'm looking for? Concerned by the lack of competence? Competence. in. Wait, I found it. Suspension? Like that, yeah. Uh. Uh. No, I'm not gonna put that. What? Oh my god. This is hard. It was not in my department's decision to be put on this level of leave. And I genuinely believe I deserve an explanation. I think that I hope it's fun. Well, it's so funny to me because it's like the meme about being in an office. I believe I deserve an explanation. I can't believe I don't deserve an explanation. I appreciate. Can't spell. I think spell appreciate. I don't spell. Be embarrassed. I appreciate your time. I appreciate your time and kind words. It is taking everything. It is taking a lot for me to resist the urge to apologize on your relation. I appreciate your time and kind words. It's taking me a lot to resist the urge to apologize on your relation to Joseph Talbot. But now I wrote that. Now I wrote that. No, I wrote that. I'm not gonna write this. Hold on.
Howdy.
Hello.
Hi.
Where the fuck did Juice go?
She's saying they saw a telegram and went back, probably.
Well, she probably fucking came here and said, and then he was like, oh, yeah, there's nothing
Evening, Mr. Talbot. I hope this finds you well. Concerned by the lack. Oh my god. Concerned by the lack of competence of some of the people around me. I'm curious if you could help me organize a sit down with someone in your office that can better explain to me the reason of my suspension. On one hand, I was told by Marshal Fletcher that he didn't know of my decided fate. On the other hand, he has told my sheriff that he did. I was told it was not a department decision to be put on this level of leave, and I genuinely believe I deserve an explanation. I appreciate your time and kind words. It's taking a lot for me to resist the urge to apologize for your relation to Joseph Talbot. I hope to hear from you soon. Oh, that's because because like sometimes like people hot mic and you're like, what the fuck? Good. Hopefully that finds them well. Alright. Cool. So she did that. She needs to go and write her timeline of her kidnapping. You know, poopy butthole. I could have taken the train that was here just a bit ago. It's also really confusing when there's like a bunch of people because it just gets so loud. I've had to turn my TeamSpeak like off sometimes. It's overbearing. I like even the clopping of the horses gets a little bit much for me. To the point where I have to like. That's why I always have like music playing. I try to like drown out the clip cloppy of the horse. I need to make sure I remember to tell Bertha she needs an eye. She needs a fucking eye, man. We'll get back to Van Horn. Horse Street. I'm going off the edge. Horse Street. Okay, she gave it to him. I'm chopping face. Terrible. You're a dick. You're a dick, Rudolph. You're a dick. 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 We're supposed to be friends. We're supposed to be fucking friends, you asshole. Cry about it. You're fiending. Here. I understand. Sorry for yelling at you. Me too, Rudolph. Me fucking too. Claudia smashing Cake Taylor. No one ever here. Double check the tallies in case it was an immediate response and I didn't even see it. I doubt it was though. Okay, W. Okay. To write down a timeline. Of course she's not gonna be able to sit in this chair. Oh. Not what I wanted to do. Oh my god. Uh... I don't even remember when she was fucking picked up. When was she picked up, Chad? You guys were here. When was she picked up? Uh. So. Kidnapped. So 3 weeks ago Sunday I was kidnapped. The was the Friday evening? Friday evening. The Friday evening. Before is when I relapsed. After drinking the random cup of coffee given to me by a friend. That Saturday I took day off work. That the evening before was when hold on, let's take the day off work. Day off work. The following Sunday. I was informed of my I took the day off work the following Sunday. I was informed of my suspension. Informed of my probation. Informed of the suspended until cleared by a drug eval. Evaluation. That Sunday afternoon, I went to Valentine to be cleared. Went to Valentine and was cleared. Valentine and was cleared by Dr. Branson of a drug. Everybody doesn't buy. Valentine for an evaluation. And was cleared. Oh, the frames, baby. What is happening? Oh my god. That ain't me, y'all. What is happening? right? Yucky. Sorry, guys. That afternoon, I went to Valentine for an evaluation. It was clearly missed by Dr. Branson. On my way back, I was met by my captors in Van Horn, where I forced my captors in Van Horn. Um, roped and kicked and a rat. Where's the beast school? What's the tiny shack? The following 5 days were a blur. I remember 2 doctors, 2 nurses, and a doctor. All men. Clock. I remember him shooting Samuel. Sir Samuel. I remember them shooting Sir Samuel. I remember them stepping. I remember them stepping on me and beating me. I remember the honey. Remember being taken to Mexico. I remember the cougar that almost saved my life. I remember the lighthouse. The lighthouse. And the Marshall. And I remember the lighthouse and the woman who found me. Remember the pain. Laying in the bed. I remember them worried about my drug dependency. Yeah, you did. My frames, dude. He's a drug addict. My voice is echoey. We're writing her what she remembers. Okay. Remember them worried about my drug dependency. I remember the shakes. Remember the eggs and shakes. These frame drops are crazy, chat. What is happening? What is happening in my life right now? Is it because I was in video mode? I guess I was in that. Hello? I'm just gonna sit. Back to this. Jesus Christ, the frame drops are crazy with it. Okay, were the aches and shakes, the doctors who didn't know what to do. I remember feeling fine now. I remember asking to leave and the treatment I received in the desert. I was released from the hospital. When was she released from the hospital? That was like last weekend, right? It was like last Sunday, I think. It was last Sunday. I can't remember. Did I stream it? When was she released? About a week ago. Released from the hospital nearly a week ago. Where do I think it went? I think it went. I think it was funny because she seemed to like, it seemed at first that it was like nothing seems wrong with her, and then like a couple of like the trigger words came out, and she was like, wait, all you do is write about rats? And she was like, yeah. And she's like, well, what do you write? And it's like, just rat. She's like, you, like over and over again. And she was like, yeah, like, that's how I get my mind off of things. She's like, that's how I get my mind off of things. And she was like, you just write it over and over and over again? And Claudia's like, yeah. She's like, well, how do you stop? She's like, he said, well, like when I run on the pages, I won't lie, I'm a little too lazy to go get another one. It's like at the moment I won't go get another one. And she was like, okay. She's like, I don't think it's a psych evaluation that you need. I think it's a therapy sessions. So. Three weeks ago Sunday, I was kidnapped. The Friday evening before is when I relapsed after drinking a random cup of coffee given to me by a friend. That Saturday, I took the day off work. The following Sunday, I was informed of the suspended until cleared by drug evaluation. That Sunday afternoon, I went to Valentine for an evaluation and was cleared by Dr. Branson. On my way back, I was met by my captors in Van Horn. That Sunday evening, I remember being roped and kicked and told I was a rat. Words to be scribbled out. So, like, that would be scribbled out. She told I was a rat. I was set on fire and left to die in a shack. The following 5 days were a blur. I remember nurses and a doctor, all men. A clock. Tick tock, words would be scratched out. I remember them shooting Sir Samuel. I remember them stepping on me and beating me. I remember the honey. I remember being taken to Mexico. I remember the cougar that almost saved my life. I remember the lighthouse. And I ran out. I hope this sends. Weird. Oh my god, who? To better slow down in town.
Hmm?
Slow down in town.
How you doing?
I am so good.
Listen, I wanted to let you know that my first priority, that boat, is gonna be your boat. I'm telling you right now. And if I get killed for it, whatever, you're getting that damn boat. That's my number one thing. Because
The echo, dude.
you deserve it. You know, for all the work and all the time and all
said,
the effort
huh?
that you put into the community. So that's gonna be the first thing on my thing. The city's gonna officially sell it to you. It's got to be for an amount, which is gonna be $1, because that's how government and shit goes. But it's not gonna be property of Van Horn anymore. It's gonna be your boat. And I already talked to. Do you know anything about? There's a lady who works up at the ranch. She's got like blonde side ponytails or something. Do you know if she's decent? She wants to help out in the campaign. I just don't want to bring someone on that's like cuckoo or something, you know?
The lady with the buns. Like
Yeah,
she
she
has,
got
like,
the buns.
on her head. I don't know about her, to be honest with you. I don't think she's caused any harm. I think she's just like eccentric. You know? I can't tell though. That's a natty question.
Yeah, I don't know. I think the first thing is we're gonna have uh, the strictest anti-crime bill. We're gonna have the strictest anti-crime uh things in the county. Grant, it's gonna be crazy. So basically, we're gonna clean this shithole up. You wait till you see my signs. I'm just gonna put one up. Actually, I think you'll like it. It's got a picture of boats on it and everything. But
Uh-huh.
the first thing we're gonna do is any crime that happens in Van Horn, it's gonna be double time and double fines right off the bat. Whether it's drug sales, right? We're gonna work with the senators to get that passed because enough's enough. This place is a beautiful spot. It's a good spot. It's a peaceful spot. We gotta get rid of that shit. Like it's getting crazy.
I believe that.
Yeah, and then we've got another plan. What we want to
It's a
do
great
is we
spot.
want to
It's a
start a
beautiful
market.
spot.
We're gonna have like a market, so like a fish market. People, fishermen and stuff, with the new fishing thing coming. People are more into
Yeah.
fishing and stuff. We're gonna have like a market down on the pier here, because like this is like a fishing village, so that'll be perfect. We're gonna have that. We're gonna close off the damn torture house or whatever the fuck you want to call that. We're gonna get that shut down. Something's gonna
Fix
be done
it back
with it.
up.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. We got to do something with it because I've been in there a couple of times, even non voluntarily. So no, that place
Really?
is
Wow.
we're gonna make it so. I mean, right now, as you know, businesses we're lucky to have any here, so it's can't really do this. But I'd like it to be that law-abiding citizens own the businesses here. But as you know, the Kings own the saloon, and it's very popular, and she does keep it stocked. So we're gonna live and let live. But basically, any business propositions that come forward, we're gonna work with the government to make sure that they're legal citizens and not gonna bring like crime and bullshit, right? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But anyway, it's been a long run. It's been a long time coming, but I don't know if someone's gonna run against me. I really don't, because the only people
I
I
think
really
this
know.
is yours. I'm
Yeah.
not doing it. I might run for sheriff
Hell yeah, you running in where?
here in ASO.
Yeah, I don't know. There's been a lot of weird shit going on. I've heard a lot of weird shit about, like, I always liked Dave. I thought he was a good guy, solid guy, but I heard some weird shit, man. He's like making out with his girlfriend with like lipstick and shit all over the fucking floor and shit.
Yeah, I don't. He said it was a peck on the cheek that she wiped away.
That's bullshit. Cause I heard it from like Wesso and I heard it from Nassau.
You know,
And
like
like he was
that
making out
works,
and he
right?
threw the napkin. He threw like the napkin on the floor and he was like moaning and shit. I don't know. It could be just
It could be
bullshit.
speculation.
It could
Yeah,
be bullshit. You know, just like it was
yeah.
bullshit when I moaned during my thing. You know, it was hearsay. So, no, I'm
That
joking.
was
That was
actual.
okay. Okay, that's fine. But anyway, I don't know what the hell's going on there. It seems like it's falling apart.
They fired me.
Oh yeah, I didn't know what was going on. Like I heard that like you were on leave or something. Last time I saw you, I think actually was when was I running through the woods? I can't remember. I think I was like running through the woods and you were like randomly in the woods just walking through the woods by yourself. And I asked if you were okay and then you just were like, "Yep," and then I kept going, but I don't even remember. I've really haven't been around that much to be quite honest with you, but trying to be more around,
Presence, yeah.
but the problem is that I don't know, up here there's been so much bullshit that's kind of turned me off to it, you know what I mean? Like it's just like I don't know. Like the whole Yana thing's done now and Pink and all them aren't up here, so that's kind of
Correct.
good. But like I don't know, it just seems like even the town that was so tight knit and stuff is just there's secrets and there's bullshit. Like you and Abe and Theo were all buddies and you guys come up together. In fact, you guys were there longer, but like it feels like your guys are splintering apart and then like Knuckles and all them are great. I still love them, but it seems like they're, got their own little feuds going on. Like it seems like everyone in the county is just kind of
You're
pissed
not
off right now.
the only person to say that.
Yeah.
I've been through a lot the past 3 weeks.
Yeah.
I was picked up here in Van Horn and held captive for 5 days.
Do you know who in the Van Horn you were held captive?
No, not in Van Horn, but they brought me here. I was here. I was walking
Do you know
around.
who it was?
Yeah, they were apprehended.
They've
Yeah.
served their time?
I think they're on, like, I think they're in Sisika.
Remand?
Yeah.
Well,
Um,
when I get
yeah.
in, I want you to give me a list of those people, and they're gonna be blacklisted from town. If they even come in this town, we're gonna hang them from the fucking lighthouse. You got my word. And if I go to
alright.
jail, I go to jail. But enough's enough. I mean,
Um,
I don't know why are you getting picked on? I mean, shit, you're a good lawman. What the hell? Well, I guess that's why you're a good lawman.
It
They don't
goes
like
back. Yeah, it goes back. It goes back. It's whatever.
that. There was some
Um,
really weird guy actually I was gonna tell you about, and I completely forgot to tell you about before all this happened. That was like, he was. I don't even know, man. Someone arrested him or something and was telling me that he was like listing you by name, Mr. Finch or something. Some weird I don't know. There's just so much bullshit going on, but no, I mean shit, I'll vote for you. Theo, I don't know. Theo, I don't think Theo could be a sheriff. Theo's too friendly and he's too scared to like he didn't even fire me. He got Michael to fire me because he just doesn't like disappointing people. And I feel like you gotta have a fucking backbone. You know what I mean? And
Oh. Okay.
and anyway,
Well, I'll tell you,
know,
why.
like, it's
I'll tell you
just-
why.
it's just I don't know. I think you'd be good. I think you got a straight head on your shoulder. I think that you're fucking strict and tough, but also like even when I got fired, you were like, we kind of did him wrong. You know what I mean? You're not
Yeah, we let you
a
sink.
like you're a dick, but you're like, hey, like that was fucked. Like, and you're also like me in the sense where like if you see bullshit, you call it. You know what I mean? Like you call it out, even if it might get you fired, you will call it out. So a lot of people don't do that, and they're like, or if their buddy comes to town or whatever, like no matter who has their horse unhitched, no matter who's roughhousing in town, doesn't matter if it's your best friend, your brother, a stranger, you're just like have a straight, black and white, and that's good. Whereas other lawmen, they're like, oh, it's my buddy, or oh, it's whatever, and like that's what the world needs. I mean, it needs leniency too, but you got to be lenient to everyone, not just your
Jerry's
buddies.
gonna do my
And that's what I
campaigning.
don't miss about law is the fact
Yeah.
that they seem to pick and choose.
You
and
have to be
then-
friends with the right people.
Well, that's what I mean. The criminals come into town and they can do their lollygagging in town because they're allowed to. But anyway, I'll put my poster up so you can see it. But yeah, I just I was just running around. I went up to Annesburg. No one's really up there, and then just came down here. I was up in Annesburg and Van Horn, I think, last night, and I was talking to that woman with the pigtails, and yeah, she seems nice, but I just don't really want to get someone involved that's wacky. You know what I mean?
I don't think that she could do you wrong if that matters, but again, I don't really know
No.
much about her. She seems kind. She seems like she has good intent. She
Is
was
there,
all the way
like-
down in Armadillo.
Yeah. So is there like apartments here now or something in Van Horn?
I got out of the hospital like 5 days ago, so
Oh.
it's been an up and down.
It was weird because a couple weeks ago I was here and there was these two fellas that were always on the deck when I rode through town. They would just sit on the deck and smoke cigarettes and talk shit, and they said that they had an apartment here. So I didn't know if they were just saying that or if they literally there's like apartments here.
Was it Mr. Heckler and Dan, tall man, and a short guy with a jean vest?
I wouldn't remember now, but probably. I mean, I don't know. It's two guys.
Yeah, there's a couple gentlemen that live here. Well, I think I don't know if they live here, but I know they're regulars here. They're Mr. Heckler and Dan. I forget his name. Dan whatever.
So who owns the? I know that the Kings own the saloon. Is the blacksmith here run or no?
Yes, the man's name is Buck. Don't ask me
Okay.
if that's his first or last name. I just know it's
Okay.
something Buck.
Is he around very much? I'd like to talk to him at some point, but
Very much. I couldn't tell you in the last 3 weeks
Okay.
because again I kind of been indisposed.
oh,
But
and the vet clinic too. Are they around much?
They usually are. They had been. Fuck if I remember
know
their name.
who the vet-
Shit. Riley? O'Shea?
Okay.
I think
Okay.
he used to be NHSO or whatever, yeah. Redhead guy.
All right.
And there's a couple women that run around through and out there. Man does run the general store. Don't ask me his name, but if you
Oh, there's
see
a
him,
general store here.
yeah, at the end of the dock, there's actually a trading post. Yeah, there is a trading post.
Candyland's Legacy. Oh God,
Uh-huh.
that's a great name.
Well, the guy who owns it, he
Isn't-
dresses silly. He wears like a boat hat, which I guess isn't silly for the town that we're in. All black though. I think usually it's or the colors are all just like matching across all. As
Yeah.
weird as that sounds. Glasses, big beard. He's fine.
Mm.
Um,
I haven't seen the mayor of Van Horn in fucking like. I think
I
he
saw
ran,
Cutter once when he got elected.
but he didn't do it. And no offense, a lot of them
Yeah,
don't.
man,
And Cutter's
yeah,
a good
it's-
guy, but
Nobody
I think
knows where to start. That's the problem. You know what we need to start with? We need to start with a fundraiser, a community fundraiser. We can even, I've been wanting to do it for months. A community fundraiser. I call it a horse wash. Invite people to bring their horses. We wash them for donations, and all the donations would go towards getting supplies to fix up some of these buildings and whatnot.
So that's what's really interesting. I was gonna say I love what Coulter's doing, but I don't know how they're doing it. So like, if you want to upgrade, I'm assuming you get stuff, and then the government will come in and build it, or like, how does that work? Like, you actually build it? Like, that's where I'm confused. Because like, what Coulter's doing is really cool. They're getting supplies, and people are donating supplies, but like, then what happens? Like, how does it get built? Is what I mean.
Yeah, like you excuse me, you make the effort. We get the funds, we do our thing.
And then pay for it.
And then if we can get the telegrams to the right people and get some professionals down here, I wouldn't doubt that they could flip this place,
And the other thing that I'm a bit worried about, I guess, but like, I feel like a lot of mayors do, is they get in here and they think they can change so much, and then they're like, no, that's locked behind the senator position, that's locked behind government, that's locked. So their fucking hands are tied.
Right.
You know what I mean? And it's like, I understand that, but like, if you want people to take the position, they're obviously not taking it for the money, because it's like $1,000 a week, which I don't really care about. I'll probably donate that back in the community.
Mm-hmm.
But what I'm saying is it's kind of frustrating, because I'm coming up with all these ideas, and they're like, oh, you'd need senators or probably, and that's not too bad because Lena and me will probably get along. It's just I
Mhm.
feel bad for like mayors that like don't have a good relationship with their senator because they literally won't be able to get anything done. But I don't know.
can probably guarantee that a lot of the things that you'd want to do, um, you do have to collaborate with whoever gets elected as senator. So in the sense of like making this place like lockdown, you know what I mean? Like getting more law here and enforcing the legality of the existence here. I don't think that that's per se a Lena thing. I think that would be a talk to your sheriff thing. And between you and me, again, I'm gonna write the governor. I haven't quite figured out if this is firmly what I want to do, so don't like
No,
you
I'm not
know,
gonna say anything to
yeah,
anyone.
don't like get a hopes up because
no,
I
I ain't gonna say shit. But what I don't understand is, or what I want to know is, you
Mhm.
got to take care of your health first,
Oh,
and
yeah.
like I think that's the priority. But again, it's like we're at a crossroads. We just had a Michael Snow fucking tornado.
Yeah,
and
it's really bad.
It's like
It would
if you
probably
wait,
be between
is
Abe and
gonna
I.
is Abe gonna completely rip it apart though? That's the like, and that's the
Well,
thing. Like, I think a lot of people in Van Horn would probably vote for you over him. I mean, Abe is liked, but I mean, you have the experience. I mean, Knuckles and all them have talked to you a lot longer uh, than Abe. And the thing too is,
these guys on these tangents.
Abe doesn't have a personality. I mean, you are like a dick, but you know how to talk to people and have fun on the side. Whereas Abe is just generally grumpy, and like even when you talk to him in a good conversation, you leave the conversation thinking, "Fuck, he's a miserable bastard." You know what I mean? Like even when he's like
Yeah.
having a decent conversation.
Everybody has their strong suits. I the only reason why I thought about running was because I found out today that brash decisions were made on my behalf, and that wasn't really. I can't keep watching this fucking department take massive waves, and
Where you
you
care
know,
about it.
I
That's
do,
important.
I do.
A lot of people that have been through what you've
Oh
been
my
through
God.
would have given up by now.
I
You know,
should
because they
have.
would have just moved on. Like,
Mhm.
and that's kind of like how I was with law, not ASO. I mean, when I got fired, my kind of, loyalty to ASO left, but I always
Mhm.
had in my heart that I wanted to be law, and maybe it'll happen again. I don't know, and that's why I became a lawyer and stuff. But the lawyer thing is just so hard because like I was awake all the time and working, and it was so hard because you had to talk to a judge who's very rarely awake, or you had to talk, like that's what it was. It was just too long. Like me, like I'm
Mhm.
all over the place, and I
I'm
don't
with
like
you on
waiting
that. It shouldn't take more than a day
days
to
and
get
days.
shit done.
And the problem is you've got clients that are on remand until trial for like, I'm not even talking cartel. I'm talking like minor things. I mean, no, actually, one of my clients wasn't major. He cut an eye out of fucking Caruso's eye. But anyway, I dropped that case because it was just like this guy had already been in there for 5 days, and I didn't even have a first court date yet, which I'd been asking for just to even get bail. Possibly, this wasn't even to do a trial. This was just to talk about the
Getting
case.
them out, yeah.
Didn't happen. I reached out to Benji Rose. Oh, I'm sorry, I can't talk about that because I was involved in the case. Okay, fine.
What?
The second, because he was involved in the whole, what's it called, in the scam, like he was injured, he was kidnapped or something, so he was biased, which is understandable. But when you have two DAs at the time, one Benji Rose who's always awake, and another one that's never a fucking awake, Von Farrow, you have to wait 5 days just for him to respond to say, then I'll look into it. So I wait another 2 days. How's it going? Did you look into it? No, I still haven't done it yet. So I just said, look, I said, it's not fair for the criminal as much as yes, but that's the thing. They deserve a speedy, and if they have to, get a punishment of a week after, that's fine. But it should never be that you waiting till trial is longer than your punishment.
I have a question.
Yeah.
How did you get bar certified?
Why? You think I'm not good enough?
No, like, were you bar certified when you were in law, or like, who did
Hell
you go
no.
through?
So I was with was with Fletcher Law, paralegal, and
okay.
then I did my month. And between me and you, I love Lena. She's great. They didn't train me for shit. They didn't.
I believe that.
They didn't do anything. So then I had to go to a judge and say, I want to take my bar license. And he's like, have you been trained? And I was like, fuck no. He's like, here's my handbook. So I said, all right. I went and met Penny Moynihan, and she said I passed with flying colors. So
You were a lawman.
No, not when I was a lawman.
No, but you were. So like that, it helps. We have an
No, so-
understanding.
Yeah, so I was a lawman, and then I went to. So I went ASO, LSO, then ran for mayor, then lost that, then went for paralegal, then became a lawyer, then became public defense. So I basically took on any cases that other lawyers wouldn't take on, or people that had no money and took it on for free just
Mhm.
because I wanted to help the community more than the money. And that was a great thing until this was what pissed me off too. So in my first week, I had 3 cases of people that were desperate for lawyers. Please help me. I don't have a lawyer. I start representing them. I put hours into their case, and then guess what happens? They get a telegram back from the other firms that they reach out to, and they're like, oh, we don't need you anymore. So I had done hours of work for free because I wanted to be, a benefit and help
Yeah,
out.
that's shitty though.
And then the state would come in and they would reimburse me, but didn't, of course. But Penny always did because she felt bad. So Penny was great. She would always pay me, even though I didn't want to pay or didn't want to be paid. She made me take money. So anyway, and then it got to the point where like, just doing shit like that, having to wait 2 days to go visit my person in Sisika that was only awake for 3 or 4 hours a day because you need LSO to go, and LSO was never there, and they would want approval from a sheriff, and certain sheriffs, it was just too many humming and hawing. Like, I get they don't want Joe Blows going over there, but I think any deputy should be able to take a lawyer over to meet a client as long as they do the proper procedure. But waiting for Veronica to be there or whatever, it was just so much fucking shit. And I think that's why
Right.
crime's really dried out, is because when you gotta sit in a cell
Too many
for
hoops.
a fucking week, and then a lot of the times the cases get dropped, like they don't even go to trial.
Right.
Like you know what I
Just have
mean?
to
Like,
suffice at the time that you lost.
yeah,
Just
and
deal
it's
with
just, it just kind of ruins the experience. Like I said, I don't care about
Oh,
the
yeah.
paycheck. I would do it for free, but it's just when you're sitting there literally forcing yourself to be awake for 6 hours waiting for a telegram back for the DA just to say, oh yeah, I didn't look at the file that you asked me to 3 days ago. And I know they're doing their best. I know that they've got other priorities. That's not my problem.
There
It's
should
just
be
you gotta
more
hire
movement.
more people. It's just like the real estate. They should hire another person. I get it's a government job. It needs to be a government job, not Joe Blow or whatever. It should be not doing the real estate. But when you have one guy, he's a great guy, but he's so stressed every time you talk to him because everyone's just like, talk to me about real estate. I want to talk about real estate. I want to talk about, like, he's never got free time. Honeywell or whatever the hell, I don't know what his name is. Good guy. But anyway, I think anyone should be able to do that. I think, yeah, and I don't know. I think the new stuff they added is great, but again, I don't know. I just think that I don't know. I think it's good. I think I took a little hiatus there actually when your whole thing went on. I was kind of on vacation there for about 2 weeks just because nothing was going on, and it seems to be better now. But there's no perfect solution. But
So you're still technically bar certified?
yeah, I'm still bar certified. I wanted to take on. I fucking begged Salem for me to take on her case, and I said I would do it for free because I wanted to take
What?
Michael Scott down. Michael Scott. No. So anyway.
That's one of my favorite characters. And she said no.
Amelia Snow is weird. Like, in the sense.
That's so crazy.
Or no, wait.
Are you?
Not Amelia Snow.
You're talking.
No.
I said we're talking about Salem.
Salem.
I was gonna say, I'm like, what the heck?
Okay, Salem is weird in the sense. I love Salem. Like, Salem's great. Salem, I never could get a read for if she thought I was a weirdo or actually liked me, because when I would telegram her, she wouldn't really respond, and when I would, talk to her sometimes, but when I talked to her in person, like she would come up to me and she would say hi, and we'd have great conversations. But she was kind of like you in the sense, like I feel like just when you talk in person, it's a lot better than like Telegram. You can't really read off telegrams. She
Mhm.
was just very standoffish. Like I don't know if she was busy or what, but she was very, But like when I got fired, like she wrote the letter to like say that it was completely wrong. That during that day I was told by Conrad Fletcher, which is now a fucking marshal. I don't know how the hell that happened. I mean, you know, because I have no ill will towards him, but I mean, I was following his orders. That's why I was fired from LSO, because his orders, he told me what to do, and I said,
Wait,
no,
you got
that's not.
fired from LSO?
Oh, you didn't know that?
No.
So I'll tell the story, long story short. So there was a lawsuit, actually. Funny enough, there was going to be a lawsuit against Hillary Lake for wrongful termination. But the wheels were rolling, everything was great, and then the marshals got involved and said that you're not allowed to do that. And then the judge got involved, not Penny, the other one, and said you're not allowed to do that because supposedly there's no such thing as wrongful termination in this time. And basically they could fire me for absolutely anything. I could literally look at Michael Snow the wrong way and he could say, fuck you, you're gone. And that's literally what
I mean,
that's what they said on the porch of Valentine. I couldn't believe it. The judge was like, I was like, so you're saying that I could just like look at someone the wrong way and they could fire me? He said, absolutely. A judge said that. Anyway, it was sharp. So it got to the point, this is where it got really crazy. Bolin got involved and she really wanted to help me out. So she said, I am going to, this was after I got fired from LSO, sorry, and then I'll backtrack. So she said, I can help you get a job down at Nassau. I know them very well. And I said, I'm not, big on going down there. It's a bit quiet, this and that. And she said, okay. And then Laggy approached me from NHSO and said he wanted to hire me. He said, basically, on the spot, we're going to hire you. And at this point, I had letters from Theodore. I had letters from Salem. I had letters from high-ranking officers at LSO. I had a vouch from the undersheriff at the time of LSO, which now I can talk about because he's not really around and he's not really nervous. He basically got forced to keep his mouth shut, but he had told Bolin that I was one of the best deputies they had, and he didn't want to fire me, and basically was forced to by Hillary Lake and had no say. Blah blah blah. Long story short, so Laggy wanted to hire me. So I thought, great. I said, I'm going to take a little bit to think about it. Anyway, I ride into Valentine, and guess who's there? Michael Snow. And he said, what are you doing wearing that uniform? I said, oh, I'm just putting on my uniform because I just got hired by NHSO. And he just kind of said, really? I said, yeah. So anyway, I sat there and was doing stuff, and Laggy went in to get my badge and everything. And he said, just a minute. And him and Michael Snow went over to the wall, the wall, the
the
fucking place
talking
they go.
wall.
Talking wall.
Yeah.
Laggy come over and said, I'm gonna have to talk to you tomorrow, Jerry. I think we're gonna have to postpone this hiring. I just got anyway. So I thought, holy fuck, that stupid motherfucker. That guy can't, he's got his balls in every woman and his mouth in every conversation. So I said, all right. Anyway, came back to the next day, and Laggy basically said, no, it's not gonna work. But I was doing shit like, so what I was trying to get a hold of Bolin, and I was basically clocking in with Dave to see when she was awake, and they said that was the whole reason. But I think there was factors at play. But you know what? It was a blessing in disguise because NHSO is blown up, and I don't think I would have fit in there, and I just would have tarnished my career or whatever even more. So I'm happy with what happened. So why I got fired was we did a robbery at St. Denis Bank, and I was there with Michael Snow and a bunch of ASO. They were there, and I was leading the negotiations as a senior deputy or a deputy at the time. Michael Snow comes into town. He said, no, we're going to let Conrad take over negotiations. And I said, well, like, this is my jurisdiction. He said, no, I don't care. Conrad's doing negotiations. So I said, whatever. At this point, I didn't know that the sheriff had or whatever rank he was at the time. I didn't know that, that we basically outranked them. So I said, all right, go to town. So he gets me running back and forth to Conrad. I don't know what's going on. There's a lot of dust. Long story short, we go into the bank after the clearing, and Conrad was supposed to chase, but he didn't. So I stayed with Conrad. And anyway, we're taking statements. And one of the women who got kidnapped is a doctor. She said, "Oh shit, we're getting a bunch of alerts from the bridge outside of Lemoyne. I wonder if your deputies get shot." And I said, "Oh, it doesn't matter. Like, we can't go. We're taking statements. Like, and they got 6 chasers. We can't go." And Conrad goes, "No, we're gonna respond." And I said, "Well, we haven't finished." And this was like his first week back. Like, he was only like a deputy at this point with ASO. Or no, he was senior. He was above me, because that's why I followed his orders. So I said, "Well, you know, proper procedure is this, blah blah blah." And he said, "Doctors, you need a lift out there, right?" And I said, "Yeah." He said, "All right, we're going." And he said, "Jerry, let's go." And I said, "Well, you know, this isn't proper procedure, but I mean, at this point," I said, "you know, you outrank me," which was kind of stupid looking back, because again, in my jurisdiction, I would supersede him. But again, he was a big wig, and I said, and he was coming back, and I knew he was a marshal, so I didn't want to piss him off. So I said, "Okay, let's go." We ride out there. Then there was a robbery, and anyway, it was just a shit show. And I was basically following ASO around, and basically got fired because I basically didn't follow the proper procedure of a bank robbery, and didn't take statements. Even though I was, anyway, I'm over it now, but yeah, I couldn't believe it. I was dumbfounded. But the truth is, and I don't blame Hillary for it, Hillary was going for sheriff. There was a lot of scandals and rumors around me. Not bad, but just being an idiot, I guess. I don't know what it was, but being immature. And I think she felt like that any of that behavior could hurt her campaign, and she made the decision to drop me because of that. I think the only thing that really upset me after the fact was the fact that every time she's seen me, she's been rude, not in the sense of being rude, but just like acts like I'm not even there. Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And maybe it's because she feels it's awkward, but honestly, I have no ill will. I understand where she came from. I understand, you know me, I'm very easygoing. I don't hold grudges.
Yeah.
But that kind of pissed me off when I've seen her the few times after that she just kind of completely
Disregarded you, just ignored you.
yeah, like
Yeah,
almost
not
like
really
I was
professional.
like I was a criminal. Like the
Yeah, like you're a
firing that
criminal.
the firing that I received felt like someone who would be walked out for corruption in a sense. Like when
Right.
she handcuffed
And
me.
you just
She
you
handcuffed
just got overwhelmed and didn't do your job.
So she handcuffed me in front of everyone, in
She
front of all the
handcuffed you?
deputies. Yes. And took all my items, which I was going to give. I gave all my items. I said to Casey, I said, "Here's all my items." He said, "Yeah, everything's there." And she said, "Well, we're going to cuff him just to make sure."
What the fuck?
And anyway, she cuffed me. Anyway, whatever. She called me incompetent and blah, blah, blah. Said I was a lazy deputy. Said, and I mean, that's bullshit, Claudia. You knew, like, I was always awake. Like, I was always, I mean, I've been an idiot, but I was responding to everything. I didn't care if it was Joe Blow down the street, you know, yelling, or a shootout. I was there.
That's crazy. I'm sorry
And
you had to
anyway.
deal with that.
No, it's whatever.
Right, now you're gonna be the mayor of Van Horn.
But you know what? At the end of the day, it is what it is.
You learned from it. You grew.
I learned from it, and it's great because what it's done is it's shown me true colors.
Yeah.
Because when I got fired, I was pissed at you. No, but I was pissed, you know, and I'm very honest. I wasn't pissed like fuck Claudia, but I was like, I can't, like, your first reaction is you look at everyone else, you don't look at yourself, and that's kind of how I felt, and I felt like I wasn't trained properly.
Yeah,
I
you
felt
weren't.
like
They rushed you.
what really pissed me, I'll tell you what really pissed me off was Theo did not fire me. Theo got someone else to fire me, even though it was his decision to fire me. And I said that to Theo. I said, "Theo, I understand it's awkward, but I said that really hurt me. If you made that decision, that's fine, and I respect that decision. But for you to get Michael to fire me in Valentine randomly, you know, that to me was very disrespectful. And that's why I feel like he wouldn't be a great sheriff, because when he has to make those tough decisions, he puts it on someone else. If you're the person who is firing someone, you have to do it yourself.
Right.
But to be honest, I wasn't, and I was pissed off. But when I look back at that, and that scene, like that night, like from your perspective, I was an idiot. But swear to God, and I told Theo, I said, but again, I used that excuse for shooting the wagon, the dust. So I understand he didn't believe it. But swear to God, that night in Saint Denis, I couldn't see shit. I saw people running around. It was overwhelming. There's people bleeding out that weren't. There was a storm. You know, like, it was just so overwhelming. But in my perspective, yeah, but I wasn't properly trained for that situation. I mean, you do de-escalation, you do bank robberies, but you don't deal
Yeah, but
with...
how do you deal with the fucking chaos?
How do you deal... No, and that's like a closed situation.
This is such a long story.
How do you...
He got fired from
with...
ASO for shooting a wagon.
How do you deal with, 15 people, a mass cash, first of all, with criminals that are getting brought up by doctors that don't know they're criminals, so just letting them up.
Yeah, that's
You've
not
got
okay.
4 deputies there. You've got you giving orders, but then it's not your jurisdiction. So then other people are saying that they're in charge. But even though I remember them saying Claudia is in charge. It was just so much. It's 2:00 in the morning. We're all exhausted. And half the deputies didn't come back after storm, because I think it was just me and you really that came back. So it was just so much. But, at the end of the day, when I look back at that, I'm not pissed off at all. I think you're one of the best deputies, because you say how it is, you tell it how it is. And whether it was Jerry or whether it was Amelia Snow or whether it was Abe or whoever, even if they're above you, you're the type of person to say, look, they're doing something wrong. And I'm that type of person too. But see, I wasn't a high enough rank to really get any leeway with that. When I used to complain about Michael Snow, like Theo would say, yeah, I'll look into it. But you have the respect, and you had a rank that they kind of listened to you. So yeah, it was an experience, and I enjoyed it.
Wait, did you say you got fired because of the night where I was there?
Yeah, that was one of the main reasons. They basically said that you had gone ahead and said, this man you need to fire Jerry Love.
I never said that.
Which I thought was complete bullshit, because everything I heard after was you said that I was a bad deputy because of the way that I was rushed through. There was never any point that you said I was a bad deputy. How do I word this?
Yeah, we did you wrong. We let you down.
Right, and I heard that afterwards, and that's why I kind of realized, and that's why I was pissed at first, because I thought you just went and said, because what
fuck
I
that
heard
guy. No, I wouldn't do that.
Was, fuck that guy. That guy's an idiot, is basically what. And I thought, okay, that kind of lines up with...
Was it the night with Peter Hollow and his goons?
It was the night with
where
like
Charles
8 of them,
was
remember?
there?
And I kept, and Charles gets shot, and I kept having to like, tie them. And
I thought you were with us at that point, though. You weren't ASO at that point.
Yes, I was ASO at that point, because I was under your command. Was I? No.
It couldn't have been that part. It couldn't have been that time, because Conrad wasn't around then.
No, yes. So that was, I was still ASO. That was my last night, I think, with ASO. I think that was my last night, because Michael fired me in Valentine the next day. And even he didn't cuff me. He just let me give me all the stuff, and I did. So.
Yeah, because that's ridiculous.
But
you're not a criminal. No.
But anyway, no, that night, and that's kind of how they explained it, and that's the problem with people do not want to be looked at as the bad man. So basically, they gave reasons, and one of them was basically, like Claudia gave us a statement that basically said that, you put her in danger, you put everyone in danger, and that you did a terrible job that night. And I'm just like, okay, first of all, maybe I did a bad job, but as the only deputy that came back after Storm when she had asked, and I get, like, I'm not trying to get brownie points, but it's like, anyway, so long story short, that's why I was kind of pissed at first. But again, I wanted to talk to you, and we talked about it. And then everything I heard after that was Claudia said, you got failed. It wasn't you specifically. So I was like, okay, that sounds more realistic. But when you're first in that moment, of getting fired and people are telling you shit. You're
Yeah,
just
you
like,
assume the worst.
oh, you know, like.
Unless you're like
Claudia,
me, and you get
Oh, I
fired,
always
and
assume-
then you
I
know
always-
that it was the worst.
Oh, I always assume the worst. I always think that, even now, that I'm always doing something wrong, and that doesn't just stem from ASO. That's always been a thing. I always feel like in a scenario I could have done things better, but it's not like a healthy
That's just
critiquing.
living.
It's not
That's
a
just
healthy
life.
critiquing. It's like, yeah, I suppose.
I mean, maybe not worry about it too much.
I ain't worried about it now. I mean,
Yeah,
Charles
like,
is another great example that thought I thought I was a complete idiot. But you know, when I got to know him, when he left ASO, he was kind of the same thing as you. Like, he started out by thinking this guy's just a dumbass, and then he realized, no, this guy has got a heart of gold. Maybe he's not going to be the best deputy, but I mean, he fought for me to get me back into law, and they
Yeah, we both did.
basically said no. They basically said there's absolutely no way, and it was Michael that led that charge because, like I said, Laggy had done everything except put me on the roster. He had said, "You're hired. You're good to go," and Bolin said what happened to me was a travesty. She was so pissed at the way that Hillary Lake treated me at the end, but yet when Michael Snow went, he started talking about, and that's the thing, it was old stuff. He was talking about how I shot a wagon in Valentine. That was like my first week on the job.
That
when
was
I
so
fucking,
funny.
oh my fuck. So anyway, I can't shoot the broadside of a barn. Like, I'm not a good shot. Were you there?
Oh yeah,
Okay, so you saw. So anyway,
that was
Again,
yeah, that was something.
Charles said, or Theo said, don't shoot. We were riding into town. We give 3
You
warnings.
yeah, Sia said don't shoot. You said shoot.
Right.
We said don't shoot. You shot.
So I thought as we started the chase, no word of a lie, I knew going into town, he said don't shoot, but I know how things change. He said 3
Yeah.
warnings and shoot. He said, when we're chasing, I just hear shoot, blah, 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 shoot, blah, blah, like I couldn't hear shit. And you know we couldn't hear shit, and you know there was dust, because remember when I shot it, we saw the guy on fire in the wagon.
Mm-hmm.
Like, we saw the guy was down, and all of a sudden, Theo's getting shot, Charles getting shot, you're getting shot, and we're like, what the fuck's going on? Anyway, I won't get into that. But,
Yeah, whatever.
so we're riding, and I go to shoot his fucking horse, and I miss the horse,
Right in the light.
hit the fucking light. The light falls down. I don't know if they had dynamite in the crate or what.
That candle
thing,
exploded.
oh
literally.
man, it was like a fucking explosion. Yeah, and
It was like it was very funny. Like
it was
looking back at
funny.
it, it was crazy.
It was funny, but like it was so hard, I think, for them to get mad because they had to punish me, obviously. But at the same time,
but it was
I think
so
they thought it was
fucked up.
hilarious. Yeah, the guy was burnt to a fucking crisp.
Burnt to a
Anyway.
crisp, but hog tying me. Did it make
yeah,
sense?
Yeah. Oh yeah. Anyway.
It was a clusterfuck.
So anyway, it is what it is, but I'm glad now. Anyway, do you want to see my poster? I'm gonna put one up.
Yeah, let me see this.
I think it's good. I think it's.
Yeah, it's the longest lap session of my life.
No, we had some good times. We had some good times for sure. What's with this new United Front or United? Are they the new Minutemen? I
have
called
no
them
idea.
the Minutemen the other day, and they got right pissed off. They're like, they ain't even around anymore.
Yeah, I have no idea. Again, the last 3 weeks for me have been pretty much a blur.
Oh, I gotta change this.
Longest.
Have you thought about getting? There you go. Have you thought about getting into law anywhere else?
I thought about potentially being a lawyer. If this shit doesn't work. Not the. What is that at the bottom there? It looks like a dead seal.
I don't know what the fuck it is, man.
Here
Red did
to
it for
save
me.
the sinking ship.
I don't know what that is. What is that?
It looks like a. Does it look like kind of like a chunky sail of a sort? I like it.
I think it fits with the town,
Mm-hmm.
and I think I hope there's not a debate
hat.
maybe, but town hall thing. I plan to do a meeting every 2 weeks
Mm-hmm.
and basically just talk to
Keep it
people.
running.
But the first thing I want to do, I want to do the donation box. But the problem with the donation box is, especially here, there's a lot of criminal activity, and I feel like
Mhm.
it's gonna get stolen from. I know up in Coulter, I think they've got like a law now, like that it's like if you get caught, you're like in big shit. But I don't know how it works. But I don't know what I'd like to build here really, because a lot of it is in Annesburg. I don't know really what we could build here. It would have been nice if fucking they didn't push the hairdresser there, because then we could get it here, and that would really benefit us. But
Right, like share the wealth. I mean, to be honest with you, in Annesburg, it's kind of fucked anyway.
it's like hidden, isn't it?
No, it's right in the saloon, but the chair is so low you can't fucking see yourself. So, I mean, maybe you
I'm
can.
gonna talk to maybe if Johnny. I already endorsed Johnny.
Yeah.
I think.
See if they can negotiate. I think that's fair because we don't have a clothing store, and it would keep the traffic moving.
Yeah, and it's not even that far. But I don't know. I don't know what else you could really build. I mean, the blacksmith is kind of weird to have one here and there. I think it'd be cool. I don't know if the government would have to get involved if we had like a fish market. Like, where do you sell fish as of right now? Do you just go to a butcher?
I believe there might be a couple businesses out there. I have no idea, but just because there's one doesn't mean there can't be another. You know?
I think it'd be cool if we had like a local, even like a fish buyer that basically buys fish. I think that'd be very fitting here, because I know like where I've been before, like they had like a fish master kind of guy that you'd sell like your big fish to, that like you couldn't cut up, like the big trophy fish and stuff. I think that'd be kind of cool to do that. But I think a market would be really cool here. Like if we just have people that set up like a table, which wouldn't be too hard, and then you'd have like sit behind it, and then basically in your inventory you'd have all like
stuff. Yeah.
Like the saloon would have one, stuff like that. But
I think with enough.
I want to get rid of that fucking ship, man. That ship is a fucking eyesore.
I think if we work together to build a fund and put that towards changing how this town is built, I think we'd be able to manage a reconstruction. I think if we opened up this hotel, there'd be rooms for people to stay in. If we fixed up the old sheriff's, I think the hotel's over here. I think it's this hotel right here.
So no, it's right here, isn't it?
There's
a
hotel.
No, yeah, it says.
There's an inn
down here. No.
But there's also a hotel right there.
Oh shit. Okay, it's not. You can't get in it though.
No. Yeah.
You can't get in it.
Well, you could go upstairs. Upstairs is like, there's an upstairs.
I don't know what we can get rid of. I don't know. It's a shame because housing is so wanted right now, and low income housing is really wanted. So I feel like, man, if we got like 4 apartments in that, like, I think it would be big. Because I remember when fucking Annesburg opened up theirs, like they were sold instantly. Because like not everyone wants to spend $60,000-$70,000 on houses.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna get an office too. I want to see if I can set up an office in the lighthouse. No, I don't know. I don't really need an office, but it'd be nice to have somewhere that I can.
Like I said,
like talk to people.
Get
to be able to sit down and talk to people.
Because having meetings in the middle of the fucking street is stupid. Get through the campaigning. Get your votes. Get voted in.
Because I mean, Lena has her whole fucking saloon, and she's got locked doors upstairs, and
too.
Yeah.
Get through. Make a plan. Come up with a random goal. What do you think? What do you think it would cost in order to get the materials to fix these broken buildings, to get rid of the ship, to get people in here, to open up these doors? You know, like pick something. To be
honest,
it'll be your call. When you get voted in, what you want to make happen is what will happen. We'll make it happen.
I just don't understand why it hasn't been done yet, because there's so many.
Because Cutter hasn't been here to push it, and Lena's too busy focusing on the foundations of her 2 law departments.
Well, what
Nobody's
about
cared about the infrastructure for the past 3 months.
what about the mayors before? They never did dick either.
Don't even know who they were. I don't think they had any up here. I mean, you
Alright.
have Knuckle. Before Knuckle was Lena. Lena helped out Ansberg. We did not have a mayor down here.
To be honest, Knuckles was a complete fucking disaster. He's
You're
a
welcome,
friend of
me.
mine.
Yeah,
He's a friend of mine. I would never say it to him, but
But
I mean, I probably would.
people
but
ran with the wrong intentions. They just wanted the title and not
it
the
was a popularity
responsibility.
contest.
Yeah.
Well, halfway through his term, he was ready to resign it to me, and I just said
Yeah.
I'm not ready
Yeah, it's no.
because I came second place. So
No, fuck that. You're not getting shit handed to you. You win that shit fair and square.
I don't know. I don't think Red would have been that good either. I don't think Red would have held meetings. Red didn't even want to do the fucking debate.
I think there should be. I think there should be like a debate. Especially if I can run for sheriff.
Mm.
I
If you
would
want to
like
go
that.
up to Annisburg, I gotta go put my sign up there.
No, thank you.
Oh, you're kind of done with there.
I
Don't want
had
the
a meeting
drama.
earlier. I had a meeting earlier. I'm all right staying down here,
I hate
focusing
how
on
this
myself.
fucking tie doesn't go to its right color. And my hat's all fucked up too. Look,
Have you tried to just kind of like?
I did every time now. What's up? See? Maybe they banned it. Maybe they got rid of it because I was wearing it. Probably not though.
Mm-mm. It was
I
just like
don't-
an issue. But yeah, don't go around saying about anything like, you can, but I don't. It's not for certain, so I don't want people to
I'm
get
not
their hopes
saying
up, you know.
shit. I'm not saying shit
Until I
because-
can firmly believe in until I get a response from the governor, I'm not gonna like tell people.
I don't think Theo has a chance in hell. I think I'd have a better chance at winning Senator against Lena than Theo winning an NHSO just because Lockwood is an NHSOer. I don't think yeah. Rumor is Moses is gonna run against Leon Black at Wesso.
Ooh.
Wouldn't that be fun?
I mean, anything's possible. I wouldn't do it, but
Leon Black is an interesting fellow. I feel like if you're on the law side, he's great, but if you're not, he's an asshole. But it's just I don't know.
I don't think I've ever met the man, to be honest with you.
His wife thinks that she's a deputy. She walks around there like she's the fucking undersheriff. She's a doctor, but she acts like she runs the show.
Yeah, I don't go down there. I might have been down there twice in my entire life.
Mm.
Yeah, it's not I don't go I stay here. When I'm not on duty, I just come here. Sometimes I might go to Saint Denis for something. But I usually am just here playing fucking blackjack with the couple people that live here and calling it a day.
All right. Well, you let them know that I was around at least, and
will.
We'll be talking. I know you still got my telegram.
Mhm.
And then we'll figure out what's going on. I'm gonna go up to Danzburg, put those flyers up. But anyway,
You
I don't
got
know.
this.
Amelia and them. I think that whole place is going to hell. I told Lena that she got so mad at me for once. I was the only one. They were like, "Oh, Lena, it's finally coming around, and Michael Snow's gonna work out." And I butted in. I said, "Guys, listen." I said, "ASO is going to fucking shit." And she's like, "Shut up, Jerry." She's like, "You don't know how much work I've been putting in with Michael. You don't know this and that." I said, "Listen," I said, "you can't fix stupid." You know, like, I'm not saying he's stupid. He was a good lawman, but he wasn't a sheriff material. Just like
yeah,
I'm
it's
not
kind
a
of
sheriff
the
material.
agreement of everybody else. It's just, some people are good lawmen, but you have to be a good leader to be a sheriff.
Mhm. Yeah,
You gotta want to lead. You gotta want to influence.
I'll tell you who would have been a great sheriff, but he's not around anymore. Is Charles, the one with the long hair?
Yeah,
not the
well,
black, not the black one. Well, Charles, he would have been good too, but the one with the blonde hair there, Charles and his brother.
Charles.
Remember Charlie, or was it Charlie?
Oh yeah, Charlie.
Like, he was
yeah.
great. He would have
Charlie,
been a
yeah.
fucking good sheriff. And Charles would have been great, but
Yeah. Yep.
anyway. Well, I'm gonna go up to Annisburg, do that, and I gotta get some damn sleep. I gotta get up early in the morning, so we'll be
Alright.
talking to you. Stay safe. You got my telegram if you need
Mhm.
anything.
I'll be around here.
All right.
Doing the drill. Be careful.
Bye.
Jerry's going to do Claudia's campaigning, guys. When she gets certified to run for sheriff, which, I'm worried that... I'm hoping that with this therapy, that Bertha doesn't, like, look at her as, like, incapable of doing her job, but more or less trying to help her through, like, the few triggers, like hearing a clock tick and, thinking about her bunny rabbit, hearing the word rat, thinking about being a rat, like, those types of things kind of hinge her out, you know? Like, kind of make her, like, you know? So I'm hoping that she doesn't, like, sit there and be like, no, she can't do her job, but instead it's kind of more of like a, she's good to go, just, like, but we have to work through this type of thing, you know what I mean? That's the plan with that. And then, whenever she gets cleared to be running for sheriff, Jerry's going to be her freaking campaign guy. Because he just yaps. And he'll do the yapping. Yeah. I think the therapy session went well. I think Bertha's like, I think I'm just excited to be RPing with Bertha, to be honest with you. That's kind of how I feel right now. But yeah. Yeah, Jerry's gonna do our campaigning for us. He's gonna go around like, yeah, if you gotta vote for these people, he will. He will. That's what I got. That's all I got for y'all. I hope you had fun. I hope you enjoyed. Cameron Payne around. He's going, I hate you. Cameron Payne. That's actually really funny. Go ahead, do it. I dare you. I told you to make a lawman. I just don't think you'd like it. You might. But there's a lot of dumb shit that you deal with. But you gotta kinda look past the dumb shit because whatever. She's gonna make a campaigner get paid to campaign for people. Pay me $500 and I will pay me $500 and I will scream about you. And imagine getting paid by everybody and having to say like good things about everybody, just even if one pays you more and it's like, don't talk about this person or like anything like that nature, you know, like that could be fun. I'm tired. Become sheriff first, lol. Deal. Alright. I'm gonna fuck off. Wash my face and lay down. I appreciate you guys. Good night.